His Excellency, Ambassador of UAE in India, Mr. Sanjay, Ambassador of India in UAE, Dr. Raman Puri, Consulate General, Sri Ranjan Prakash Thakur, Principal Secretary, Industry and Commerce, Mr. Sarmad Hafiz, Principal Secretary, Tourism, distinguished representatives of different companies, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start with few lines. किसी के बस में था हवा की बहगतों को रोकना, वर्ग गुल को खाक गोले को धुआं होना ही था, मुझको रुकना था, उसे जाना था अगले मोड़ तक, फैसला ये उसके मेरे दरमियां होना ही था। Though belated, but let me first of all wish you, each one of you, a happy, safe, and most importantly, prosperous New Year. There could not have been a better time for an interaction with such an august group of investors, business managers than now. Despite the knocks of new variant, Omicron 2022 is soaking us with much fresh hope, fresh enthusiasm, and renewed energy, largely because India and other parts of the globe are better prepared to deal with the global pandemic. India and UAE enjoy strong bonds of friendship and historical ties. Our relationships was further strengthened by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi during his historic visit in 2015. A year later, in 2016, UAE had decided to invest $75 billion in India's infrastructure development plans, and we are working with enhanced cooperation in various other sectors. Let me say that the bonding between India and UAE has matured enough over the years to become enduring global partners in the 21st century. In a bid to serve the common interests of peoples of both the countries and create more opportunities for growth and progress, we are also collaborating in setting up small and medium enterprises, educational institutions, space technology, health, and closely working in horticulture sector too. Honorable Prime Minister's second visit to UAE in 2018 and his various meetings in Dubai gave further impetus to our engagements. I am happy to note that large Indian community living in UAE is playing a significant role in economic development of UAE, and many NRIs have immensely contributed to various sectors. Back home, I am truly delighted to welcome you here and would like to express my deepest gratitude. Today, Jammu Kashmir is directly exporting horticulture produce to Sharjah, Dubai, and our partnership with Lillu Group is scaling new heights. In October last year, J&K and Dubai government signed a MoU to develop industrial parks, super specialty hospitals, logistics, and IT towers and malls. World's best saffron from Jammu Kashmir has already received GI tagging, putting this exclusive spice on global map. I am happy to share that apart from Almaya Group, which had launched Kashmiri saffron in UAE sometime in December 2020, Lulu Group has also started the procurement since 5th January 2022. Friends, these are those times in the life of Jammu Kashmir where opportunities are in plenty. I know we all want to forget certain months of 2020 and 2021 for unleashing one of the worst human tragedy. But as the head of J&K government and a student of engineering, I would still take away opportunities we sensed during the maitam to prepare ourselves for Jammu Kashmir or, for that matter, world post-COVID management era. There is a small joke about engineers. To the optimist, the glass is half full. To the pessimist, the glass is half empty. To the engineer, the glass is twice as big as it needs to be. So I have to set high target of economic growth for Jammu and Kashmir, which is crown jewel of India, with the ageless culture visible in the layers of history and as a witness to coexistence of almost all major religions known to humankind. Jammu and Kashmir has created an inclusive cultural ecosystem for the country. From the business point of view, it has the capability to provide opportunity to industries to compete, connect, and collaborate. With its readily available abundant resources, many of you in this room may be aware that business potential of Jammu and Kashmir was not fully realized before August 2019. One of the main reasons was regressive laws that did not allow industries to set up base. Under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, these archaic laws have been removed and more than 890 central laws, which are the key drivers of socio-economic growth, has been made applicable in Jammu and Kashmir. In the last 2 years, I can say this with full commitment and confidence that Jammu and Kashmir has moved from sleeping business destination to the land of opportunities and investment. Besides new industrial policy and 4 types of incentives that we are offering to set up businesses, we have also implemented a transparent policy of land allotment, private industrial estate development, ease of doing business, and installing business-centric approach of the administration. The industries are given the ground-level support and assistance required to improve the chances of long-term returns from Jammu and Kashmir, and this is precisely the reason we were able to clock investment proposal worth rupees 45,000 crore or $6 million within 7 months of launching our new industrial development scheme. We are executing infrastructure projects at a rapid pace, and during first ever real estate summit on 27 December 2021, Jammu Kashmir received the investment to the tune of $2.5 billion. Our performance of just over a few months shows the world has an opportunity to develop and grow with the enormous opportunities Jammu and Kashmir offers at this exciting period of time. One may ask, why invest in Jammu and Kashmir? Well, I can give you 100 reasons, but to save your precious time, let me illustrate a few examples. Jammu and Kashmir has demographic dividend to its advantage. The Union Territory has a predominantly young population with almost 65% of the population under the age of 35 years. With a comprehensive policy, we are nurturing our young talented population to build one of the finest and brightest human capital. Our youngsters are being retrained for Industry 4.0 skill, set with the help of Tata Technology at the 2 centers of innovation, invention, incubation, and training, which will be expanded into 14 such centers within 6 months. Similarly, Jammu Kashmir is the only union territory in the country which have all 3 premier institutions, AIMS, IIT, and IIM. This is the new Jammu and Kashmir, determined to reverse the trend of the past 7 decades by pushing the targets for economic growth. Our aim is very clear: deepen the trust in business firms, build the industrial base for the economy, and strengthen the social stability. And the tireless effort is paying us the dividend. There is advantage of first Moreover, because Jammu and Kashmir is unsaturated market and one can build a brand new business network in J&K. Friends, let me also share with you a few other examples. We are number one in the country in production of saffron, apple, walnut, and almond. Jammu Kashmir is ranked second in the production of wool. It has 55 developed industrial estates and 12 other are at the different stages of development. Jammu Kashmir has the lowest crime rate in the country. Jammu Kashmir has the lowest commercial power tariff in India. Jammu Kashmir is offering highest return on investment in the country with up to 400% for all industries. The next best incentive package is nearly 100% less than incentive offered by Jammu and Kashmir. For a hassle-free process, we have built a centralized system on single window platform for all services. While ensuring ease of doing business, we have also focused on capacity building of amenities required for industries. Through our new industrial policy, we are offering abundant opportunities in horticulture, agriculture, agro and food processing, education and skill development, film, tourism, handicrafts, handlooms, healthcare, pharmaceutical, hydropower, and renewable energy infrastructure and real estate, information technology, IT-enabled services, manufacturing services. I can assure you the policy for each crucial requirement of the industry is in place and you will have complete support from the administration. Security situation has significantly improved. We are receiving an average 1.4 million tourists every month, clearly indicating a conducive environment for the business to flourish. Friends, with the quantum jump witnessed in the applications received for setting up business enterprises, the demand for land has correspondingly increased. To meet the demand, land bank is being developed across Jammu and Kashmir. Further, in order to facilitate setting up of business enterprises on private land, government has implemented new rules governing change of land use. This will help in the seamless establishment of business enterprises on private lands, given the fact that the domicile rider has already been done away with. The business enterprises coming up on private land shall be entitled to all the incentives as per extant policy and procedure. We have also introduced new features to earmark a substantial portion of the upcoming Udhampur industrial estate for women entrepreneurs exclusively. I think other than Jammu and Kashmir, only Hyderabad in India has an exclusive women entrepreneur development industrial estate. Friends, in order to ensure transparency and accountability, Jammu and Kashmir government introduced various reforms like institutionalization of payment system, e-stamping, implementation of GM, implementation of GFR 2017, expenditure streamlining, 100% physical verification of all works, etc. in the Union Territory. With the completion of the road, tunnel, 25 national highways and Kashmir Valley, will soon have all-weather road connectivity in addition by December 2022. The train will also reach the Kashmir as an alternate all-weather connectivity to the valley. We have established an efficient public service delivery mechanism and quite confident of gaining superiority in wealth creation. I promise you unprecedented speed in clearing the proposals and requisite documentation, unprecedented support from the government, and unprecedented stable environment to tap rapidly growing opportunities in the Union Territory. I assure you, the government will be a facilitator, partner, provider, collaborator, and promoter at every step to ensure sustainable, balanced, progressive, and competitive business environment for traditional core sectors and new age technology-driven sectors. It is my firm belief that the industries will thrive in a progressive business regulatory environment. In the age of acceleration, we are in the process of completing $7.2 billion worth power projects to make Jammu Kashmir Union Territory self-reliant in the energy sector. And wherever necessary, we are committed to create critical infrastructure and various other amenities. Friends, Jammu and Kashmir is rising. We are offering you a stake in the present and future of rich civilization and the land of curiosity for intellectuals, travelers, traders, and historians. The global pandemic made the world realize the hard way the virtues of globalization, interconnected world. The paradigm shifts towards virtues of connect and collaborate globally, which the business enterprises are witnessing, is also an opportunity to invest in unsaturated market. So let me say this again, the best time to invest in Jammu and Kashmir is now. Thank you. Jai Hind. दो लाइन और कह देते हैं। कदम कदम पे चट्टानें खड़ी रहें लेकिन कदम कदम पर चट्टानें खड़ी रहें लेकिन जो चल निकले हैं दरिया तो फिर नहीं रुकते, जो चल निकले हैं दरिया तो फिर नहीं रुकते, हवाएं कितनी भी टकराएं आंधियां बनकर मगर घटाओं के परचम कभी नहीं झुकते, कभी नहीं झुकते। थैंक यू। जय हिंद।